Hi, guys. I wanted to say hello. Hope everyone's doing well. And I wanted to talk a little bit about writing algebraic expressions today. And I'm super excited for you guys. You guys have worked so hard to get to this point in your math careers that I am just so excited for you to be here and to be ready. You're so good at negative numbers and you worked really hard for this, and I'm super excited. Now, if we were in class, I know that you guys would be going, oh, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Don't be scared. You can tough it out, power through. I am confident in each and every one of you that you have gotten to this point and you will power through and figure this out. Just because we say the word algebra or something that sounds big or sounds scary does not mean it is. You guys are awesome. So here we go. We're ready to start. I wanted to talk to you about a few words and vocabulary that we need to know before we start writing algebraic expressions in this lesson this week. There'll be 4 more other videos on writing algebraic expressions this week, and one is on addition, one is on subtraction, another one is on multiplication, and another one is on division. I'm also going to put something up on the resources page so that you guys have something to go through when you're working on your algebraic expressions. And again, all the different ones are linked to the worksheets. So you may have Monday would be addition. And so you will want to watch the addition one. So you don't have to watch them all at once. I'm going to try to keep them as short as I can just so that you guys get to know what they are. Okay, let's look at the first term, variable. We've talked about variables before. Variables in algebra, they stand for something. They're a lowercase, hence, remember I just said lowercase. So many of you try to put uppercase. They're lowercase letters that represent numbers. So I've got some examples for you up there. I've got a C, I've got an X, I've got an M. Oh, look at that. I've got a D and an A and an N and an I and an O. Those can stand for anything. Let's take a look at the next term, coefficient. We've talked about this a little bit, not a whole lot. The coefficient is the number that stands next to the variable. And if you remember, when they stand together, a number and a variable, that means to multiply or make an X and multiply. So the coefficients in the following examples are 6, 3, 7, and 55. We've also talked about the difference between an expression and equation. Now, we did that at the beginning of the year, which is why I wanted to talk to you about it again so that you remember what it is. The expression, remember, just is. It's not asking us to solve a problem. It's not asking us to get an exact answer. The variable in an expression can stand for anything. Doesn't matter. Could be any number. So let's take a look at the first one, D plus 20. That D could be a 3, it could be a 1,482, it could be a -6, it could be anything. We don't know. The same with the rest of the expressions. 14 minus F, 39 divided by 9. In algebra, we like to use a fraction bar when we talk about division instead of our division symbol. And our other expression, 6x, which means 6 times x. Now, in the equation, that means that we're going to get an answer. We know that that variable stands for one exact number because we have an equal sign on both sides. So when we always think about our equal sign, we think about whatever's on the left side of the equal sign is, of course, equal to the right side of the equal sign. So as we look at the first one, D plus 6 equals 3, what could D be to give us 3? As we look at this one, 8 minus D equals 5. What could D be in this case? Let's just put a number in there. Could it be a 2? Well, no, because 8 minus 2 gives us 6, not 5. What about a 3? Would D be equal to 3? Yeah, sure it would, because 8 minus 3 gives us 5. Let's look at the next one. Again, using the division as a algebraic fraction. We like those. 10 divided by a equals 5. Well, what would the a stand for? The a would, of course, be a 2 because nothing else would work. And the last one, 3 times x. X has to be an exact number. What times 3 gives you 6? Get ready to check out the addition video for addition and writing algebraic expressions.